Well, we're going to switch it up a little bit today. And there's a story that kind of goes with wild weather. It's just a very short story for today. Okay? It is called North for Winter. Can you put it on the first slide? It's called North for Winter. It's a cute little story. We've got it up here. Remember, don't worry if you can't see the board. Just listen, and it's in Google Classroom for you, okay? If you have your reading book, it's on page 127.
Okay, so let's all turn to 127.
Page 127.
127, and you can move that sticky note.
Now, let me make a comment about your homework last night. Okay, I noticed that some of you were turning in your 3 comprehension questions. However, you're not using the race strategy. Remember, you have to restate the question, answer the question, cite your evidence, meaning touch it in the story, okay, and examine your answer, your race strategy.
And echo. She picked right here if you want to follow along. We're in stereo.
Hold on, I'm going to close out of it, don't worry.
What was that?
Okay, I got to thank Miss Barber because she fixed it for us.
I got it. I'm coming.
I was going to put it in present mode.
Wait a minute. Is this
Okay,
on?
I recorded.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're answering your comprehension questions, restate the question. Meaning you have to use part of that question in your answer. Okay? If the question is, why do ducks fly south for the winter? You need to use part of that question in your answer. Ducks fly south for the winter because then you go into your text, touch the answer, find the answer, and then answer the question from the details in the text, in your own words, okay? So, hold on, Ms. Turnage has something to say about that.
I sent some of your papers back
Mm-hmm.
with the questions because on number 2, where it was talking about the water cycle, it's not asking you how does the water, listen to me, some of yours got sent back too. It's not asking you how the water cycle works. It's asking you on page 109, right? Is that the one? Yes. On page 109, how does the text and the pictures help you understand about the water cycle? And Evie, you had an excellent answer. Do you remember what it was? Hurry.
Maybe
Okay, try.
I can use the text and pictures to help me understand the water cycle because it helps me.
You said the pictures help me understand the words, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and that's a great answer. We don't want to know that the first step, second step, third step, fourth step of the water cycle. We're talking about text features. We're talking about the pictures and the words. So you might have to redo number 2 to get a better score. All right, peace out.
Okay, and anytime we're talking
Sit
about text features like
Put it on
pictures
or off?
and words, the pictures help us understand the words, and the words help us understand the pictures. So they go hand in hand together to help us comprehend or understand what's going on, okay, what the author wants us to know. Okay, so we both, Ms. Turnage and I both looked at your assignments that you turned in, and we sent a lot of them back. Okay, you need to restate the question, answer the question, cite your evidence, examine your answer. And the other thing is, how does a sentence begin? What does a sentence begin with? Gianna, what does a sentence begin with? Gianna. Jay, if your mic is not muted, go ahead and mute it. What? A what?
A capital letter.
Perfect. Your sentences should always begin with a capital letter. What do they end with? Lily, what do they end with? With what?
With a punctuation.
Perfect. They end with some type of punctuation mark, okay? So, check yesterday's work. You might need to correct some of your answers, okay? But let's get started with our lesson today. And today our story is North for Winter. And we're going to read to find out why Hank and Diego stay up north. Okay, our main characters are going to be Hank and Diego. And they go up north, or they stay up north, and we're going to find out why. Okay, here we go. In fall, it begins to get cool up north. Ducks fly south to where it is warm. All the ducks except Hank and Diego, that is. So why do ducks fly south for the winter? What did the story tell us? Aiden, what did the story tell us? Why are ducks flying south for the winter? What did Miss Stewart just read? Okay, help him out, Brooklyn.
So they can find food for the winter.
Did the story say so they could find food for the winter? What did it say? It didn't say food for the winter. Raise your hand if you can tell me. Henley, why do they fly south for the winter? What did the story just say? They're looking for what?
Where it's warm.
Yeah, they want to go where it's warm because up north in the winter is very cold. Okay, so the ducks or birds in general want to fly south because it's warmer in the south in the winter. Okay, all right, let's keep going. We learned that there's two ducks that didn't go south for the winter. Who were they? Who were they?
Hank and Diego.
Hank and Diego. And we're going to keep reading to find out why. Why didn't they go south for the winter? Okay. Every year the leaves turn brown and the ducks leave town, said Diego. This year, I want to see what winter's all about. I am going to stay right here and see my first winter. Me too, Hank said excitedly. I want to see snow. So why are Hank and Diego staying behind? Why are they staying behind, Emma?
Dominic, just pay attention up there.
They want to see the snow? Is that the only reason? Is that the only reason, Evie? Do you want to add to her answer?
They want to stay behind because they also want to have fun in the snow.
Okay. So remember, when you're answering questions about the text, you want to make sure that you're looking at the text, seeing what it says, but you're also using your inferencing skills, kind of like Evie did. She used what she knows about birds and what she has learned about Hank and Diego already to tell us that. Brooklyn, do you want to add to it?
And he said, I want to see what winter's all about.
Yeah, they've never seen the winter up north. So they want to see what in the world is winter like up north. What's the real reason we fly south for the winter? Okay, so let's keep reading. We're going to find out what happens next. Ms. Turnage, can you go to the next slide, please?
Sure.
In winter, the days are shorter and the temperatures are colder than any other time of the year. Water turns to ice because the temperatures fall below freezing. Snow may fall too. Do you think that's a problem for birds? That it's so cold that the water is freezing, that the ground is being covered by snow? Why is that a problem for birds, Harper?
Because they might not be able to fly because snow might be falling.
Yeah, the snow might prevent them from flying. Okay, it might be too hard to fly. Why else would that be a problem for them? Dominic?
Because then they can't go with the flock Because when they fly, they'll fast.
Okay, they can't stay with their flock. Jacob, do you want to add to that?
They can't eat no fish.
They what?
They can't eat no fish
Jacob said they can't eat fish. Why can't they eat fish?
because it's the water. The water is basically ice. When it gets top temperature, it freezes.
That's right. When it gets to the temperature where water freezes, the ponds all freeze, and the birds can't get fish from the pond. If the snow is covering the ground, can the birds get worms from the soil? No. Okay, so they can't find what?
Food.
Food. If you couldn't find food, would that be a problem for you?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, not really.
Yes. All right. Brr, Hank said. It sure is chilly here in winter. Did you see what happened to our duck pond? Diego asked. The water turned to a solid, and it's super slippery. Hank and Diego had fun sliding on their frozen pond. Suddenly, a snowflake fell. Soon, many snowflakes were falling. Woohoo! Shouted Hank. Time to make snow ducks. Snow ducks? Not snowmen? They're ducks. Hooray! Diego cheered. After that, let's head south to warm up. I can't wait to tell everyone about our snow ducks. Okay, so they're excited because they're experiencing winter, right? They've never done that before. They've never built snow ducks before. All right, Miss Turnage, could you take us to the next slide? Okay, so your homework today in your reading journal is to actually answer these 4 comprehension questions, okay? The first question, and I'm going to read the questions for you because I don't know if you can see them, but the first one is, why do ducks fly south for the winter? Okay, why do the ducks fly south for the winter? Weston?
So we can get.
I'm going to stop you right there. Weston's answer to me, it started out with, so they can. What's wrong with that? What is he forgetting to do?
Restate the question.
Restate the question. So try it again, Weston. The question was, why do ducks fly south for the winter?
Ducks fly south for the winter because so they can get more food.
Okay.
Elena can't get in with the link. How do I send her a link? Can do it through this or?
Hold on just a second. We have a student that cannot get online.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
Hold on just a second. Elena can't get into the meeting. Okay, so remember when you're answering those comprehension questions that you need to restate the question. Okay, tell her to go to the stream. Okay, so very good. You've got to restate the question. And Weston said what? That ducks fly south for the winter because
So they can get more food.
so they can what?
Get more food.
So they can get more food. What else did the story say? What else did the story say? Paisley, what else did the story say? If you look in the very first paragraph of the story, it tells you ducks fly south for the winter where it is what?
Where?
Is it cold in the south?
Wet. Warm.
It's warm. So according to the text, according to your story, ducks fly south for the winter because it is warm. And we know that it's important to be warm so that they can find food, okay? All right. Let's look at question number 2. Good job, Weston. Why is Hank excited to stay? If you've got your book open, let's find where Hank talks about staying. Why is Hank excited to stay? Let us see. Who have we not called on? Sean, why is Hank excited to stay?
The three answers. Why is Hank excited to stay?
Choose life.
Oh, hold on. What's the first thing we need to do? What does the R stand for in the race strategy? What does the R stand for? Anybody?
Restate the question.
Restate the question. Good job, guys. So let's restate the question. Why is Hank excited to stay? Sean? Why is Hank excited to stay? Let's see. Paisley, can you tell me?
There's Hank, and that's what he says. John, pay attention. Everybody.
First, we have to restate the question. Why is Hank excited to stay? Well, who's the question about? Hank. So we're going to start out with Hank is what?
Excited.
Excited
To experience the cold.
to stay because, what did the story tell you, Paisley? Why is he excited to stay? Lily, why is he excited to stay? He's excited to stay for winter. Why? Because what's he excited about? What's he excited about, Abby?
He's excited about seeing the snow. So
Yeah.
he's
Yes, he's excited about seeing the snow and experiencing winter, right? So your answer should be something like that. Hank is excited about staying up north because he wants to see snow and experience winter. Okay, that's what your answer should sound like. Let's look at question number 3. What are 2 facts that Hank and Diego learn about winter? Look in your story. What are 2 facts that Hank and Diego learn about winter? Weston, what is one?
That there's no food.
Okay, did the story tell us that specifically?
What does she have?
No, what does the story tell us? Exactly. Yes, sir.
That they can't catch, because ponds are freezing, so they can't catch fish in them.
They learn that the water freezes to a solid. The pond is freezing. What's another fact that they learned, Jacob?
They learned that we can have fun and do some stuff that they can't eat.
I didn't know that.
Okay, they do have fun, but remember the question is asking for facts. What is being proven? What 2 things are being proven because they stayed behind for winter? Evie, we know that the water freezes and it becomes a solid, okay? And what was the other one?
One thing that Hank and Diego learned is that when water comes down, it freezes into ice to make snow.
Excellent, okay? So you're gonna look at number 3 and you're gonna start out, what is number 3 asking you for? To what? Anybody? To what?
Stand up.
2 facts.
2
Act like you're going
facts.
to sleep. Stand
Okay,
up. Take your
So
chair in
you're
there.
gonna say 2 facts that Hank and Diego learn about winter are,
Stand here.
well, number 1, that water freezes to a solid when the temperature drops, okay? And number 2 is that snow, the water turns,
Stand here.
the snow may fall too, okay? Those are facts.
Warm.
The,
Up there
the,
where I put you.
the because they
Right
had fun,
Around.
in the snow is not really a fact, it's kind of a feeling. Okay, so facts can be proven. So make sure you can prove your answer. And number 4 says, why
I want you
does
listening to
ice
her.
form in winter? What does the story tell us? Why does ice form in winter? What happens? Lily, Jaden, put that down and pay attention. You're going to have to do this on your own. Lily?
Water turns to ice in winter because the temperatures are below freezing.
Good. The water turns to ice in winter. She restated the question. Because the temperature drops to below freezing. Okay, all of your answers for this story are right in the text. Okay, and Ms. Juber has put that in your Google Classroom. So everybody has the story in their Google Classrooms. So in your reading journal or on a sheet of paper today, first you're going to reread the story to yourself, and then you're going to answer these 4 comprehension questions about the story. You're going to use your race strategy. Do you remember the race song? Do you guys remember it? Race. Restate the question. Race. Answer the question. Race. Cite your evidence. Race. Examine your answer. Race. Okay? Use your race strategy. Do you have any questions about your reading assignment today? Any questions? Any questions online, friends? Gianna, are you good? Okay.
I got one question.
Yes, sir,
We're
Jacob.
not there talking.
How many days do we get to finish it?
You need to work on it today. It's due by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
It's tonight's homework.
It's tonight's homework, so you need to have it done by tomorrow. Okay, if there are no more questions, I'm gonna let Ms. Turnage take over.
Did you wash your hands?
Does everybody have their dry erase boards and markers?
Okay, all right, so go.
Dry erase boards and markers. We're gonna
We're
start
not
math.
doing
Good
math
job listening today, guys.
You have to,
Thank you.
can you hold her? You need to go. Hurry up.